Hello, Brother Sewing and Crafting family. Angela Wolf here. How is it going? So we have not been live with you on At Your Side virtually since the Big Brother experience. So I'm wondering, I see all you chatting away already. Nice to see you all. So by the way, have you visited your Brother dealer yet? Because I heard a lot of them are having tech parties, sewing parties. Stop by and play with the new stuff. I got it right. Let me see if I got it right there. Right there. So I thought it'd be super fun today to kind of give you a preview of really what's new in the Stellaire. I am so excited for all of you, especially that bought the Stellaire 1, that have been asking for, I don't know, 3 years. Can we have more fills? Can we have more decorative stitches? When are we going to get an upgrade? Well, you got it. And you got a good one, a really good one. So, you know, you wait a little longer, it's going to get better. So by the way, I have to give you a laugh. Our mobile devices know more about us than like they should ever know. They know more about us than we know about ourselves. So why is it that every time my phone decides to do a software update, it's approximately 9 a.m. when I'm ready to get on the treadmill, which means I can't listen to music? Why is it that the computer decides to do an upgrade at noon on Tuesday when my computer knows that I go live with you? So sorry for that 5-minute delay. It decided to do a fabulous update, but at least it wasn't one of the 20-minuters. So otherwise I'd miss you. So everyone say hi. Be sure to give us hearts on Facebook and YouTube so we know you like the show. Brother loves bringing you fun stuff. So today I'm going to show you what's new on the Stellaire. Don't worry. If you don't have the Stellaire, you can still watch and hang out with your friends. But there's a lot of cool things in here, and I'm not sure if you saw it all during the Brother experience. So pop in, say hi, and I'm going to take you over to the machines. Helen, you're muted. See, I told you what I meant. Hey, Amanda. It's so nice to see you all. Helen, you're cleaning your sewing room. I'm going to be doing that too before all of you girls come and visit my studio. It's a bit of a mess, a bit of a mess. All right. Let's head over to the machines and I'll show you a couple cool things on here. I'm going to start with the sewing side. So let me just I'm going to turn one of my lights off so it doesn't glare. Give me one sec here. Okay. You can see perfectly, can't you? Here we go. All right, so this is the XJ2. I'll look right in here. So the only difference between the XJ2 and the XE2 is one is embroidery only, and the XJ2 has embroidery and sewing. So we'll start with this one. I love the new color on here. There's a lot of cool new things here, but okay, one of the big wow things that a lot of you were pretty excited about, yes, my arm's right here, is the new screwdriver. And let's bring you in closely to the needle plate because this is something that the Luminaire people were bragging about, and now the Stellaire people can say, hey, you know what? We've got an easy needle plate remover as well. I'm going to leave the machine on right now. I would really recommend turning it off before you do this, but I want you to see it with the light. So you just take the screwdriver, put it in place, and literally, boom, pop it. That's it. That's how easy it is to remove and to insert the needle plate. So in the comments below, give us the hearts and the likes on Brother if you love that new feature. I hope that this show, we blow it out of the water with all of your comments and your likes because this is so much fun. All right. You might recognize most of this was already on the last Stellaire. It's on, you know, the Luminaire, things like that. So you have, you know, your basic, you can still cut your thread, needle threader, speed up and down. This also works if you use, say, a zigzag stitch. You can change the control on this to adjust the width on your zigzag stitch. I'm just curious. How many of you knew that? You can do, we've been able to do that for a while. All right, your needle threader. Let's go into the sewing side first. I'll bring you a little closer here. A lot of what I'm going to show you today is in the master class. And the master class is included on, if all you have to do is register your new Stellaire 2, and you'll get an email from Brother with a link to class. And if you have the Stellaire 1, Brother was good this time, and they said, hey, if you want the class, you can grab it from your dealer. So Don't forget, there's a ton of lessons in there, but I want to show you the new tapering stitches. This is on the Luminaire. Now, you don't have the snowball feature on here. That's the only thing you're missing on here, but look at all these cool stitches. So let's just grab one. You can see it there. It shows you here what it looks like. You also have the new end foot included that we were bragging about from the Stellaire. All right, so here, let's see, click right here. And that's all of the controls for the tapering stitch. You can choose how you want the stitch to start. And as I touch these buttons, notice right here, it changes. So if you're doing corners, this is going to be so much fun to do placemats. That's actually one of the projects in the Stellaire Masterclass too. Very fun. All right, so let's just go with the 45 degrees. And then you can also choose how the end looks. You have every single option there as well. Click OK. And then when you're stitching these designs, you have an option. Do you want it to where you stitch and when you hit the reverse button, then the stitch will start to end? Or do you want to stitch and tell it how many times you want to repeat that design? And what you notice here is the beginning and the end are exactly what you just chose. But now I'm adding more to it. That almost looks like a reptile of some sort. I don't know. All right, and there you can also save it to the memory. And if you want to save it to the memory, you can save up to, I think, 3 designs on this one. I can't remember exactly, but it's either 3 or 5. We'll go with 3 in case I got that one wrong. We'll err on the softer side. All right, so this will just continue to sew over and over. That's the new tapering stitches. I know, isn't that fun? All right, so let me just attach. I was using this one for embroidery earlier on a project that you'll see next month, which I think you're going to think is a lot of fun. All right, where's my screwdriver? There we go. So by the way, as I'm doing this, did you all have a wonderful weekend? Because it has been a few days since we last chatted. And I know all my dear friends and all the brother fans in Florida, we are hoping you missed that monstrous storm that's coming. So be safe. All right, here's my end foot. This is the new end foot, in case you missed that. Let me bring you a little closer. Sorry about my arm, but I'm trying to lean over a camera. So it has the little higher plastic area, the smooth bottom where you can go over a lot of difficult fabrics with no problem at all. Just slide this in place. I saw somebody say, is this live? Yeah, we're live. Ask your questions, because after the sewing side, I'll take you over to the embroidery side, but I'll stop for a second to take questions. So right now I have embroidery thread in here. It won't matter. I'm just going to show you an example of these stitches. So let's just get this up. Oops. I guess I didn't get that in there quite all the way. If I could see over there. There we go. Hello. Let me just go back here. I know, I'm like right in the weird spot of the camera where I cannot see. Oh, goodness, I'm way off. I'm not even in the right category. Here we go. Yes, I was trying to attach your foot at the very back. And yes, I have my glasses on. Okay, so when I put this down, I just want to show you something. In case you did not realize that you have this on your machine, look over here. The laser light. And right now it's going right through the middle of that design. So if I wanted this design to line up right on the edge of my white chalk mark, maybe I want the design to sit on this line. Can you just barely see that red line there? Like barely, probably if there, on my fingers, that's the laser light. I know it's always hard to see during the live show, but let's go back over here. It shows you exactly where the laser light is on here. And if I move this over, now it's right on the red light. So let's go back to our fabric. Let's line up the laser light right with that white line. And that means that the design will stitch right to the left side of this line. So there we go. Now, right now we have it on the repeat where it's just going to sew one whole design. I don't have my foot pedal plugged in, so this is all you have to do is hit this button right here. This is where I keep my fingers crossed that I put enough bobbin thread in there, because usually during a live show, I don't have enough. I have it on the slowest speed right now. Let's speed her up. So my eye is focusing way back here. That laser light's all the way down here. I'm not even looking at the needle. I'm just lining up that laser light with my chalk mark. And it's automatically stopping because my design finished. Do you want to sew another one of them? Just click again. And I'll take this out and show you what it looks like. I would love to know some ideas from all of you, because that's the coolest part of our sewing community. What would you do with these tapered stitches? Are you thinking decorating something home deck? Are you thinking garments? I'm just curious. All right. So let's take a close look there. Again, I'm using embroidery thread, so it's going to be a little lighter. Ooh, don't get seasick. Look at how beautiful that is. So put the designs right on top of that line. Isn't that fun? All right, back to you. I'm going to take your questions before we go into some of the embroidery. Now, we have a lot of great live shows planned for you over the next few months, showing you some of the new features. We've got projects planned, all of that. So, all right, what are your thoughts on that? Pretty cool, right? Any questions? Does this foot fit the XE1? Hey, Jewel, the end foot, did you get, that's the XE1 is the Luminaire for all of you that don't know that. Did you get the Luminaire upgrade, the 3? If you got the Luminaire 3 upgrade, that foot came with the upgrade in the 3, which turns your Luminaire 1 into a Luminaire 3. You can also purchase that foot separate from your dealer. That's a good question, though. Does the laser have crossed hairs? No, it does not. And I'm going to show you the laser for the embroidery side in just a minute. Are you thinking, Anne, of the I got you. We got the crosshairs in this one and the laser in this one. I totally got you. You got to love spell check, right? So when we get to the embroidery side, you'll see that there's a 2-point laser now that you can use, which is awesome for placement, but it does not have the crosshair like the new Entrepreneur 1 or the 6 needle. How can you get, oh, hey, Sanella, great to see you. When you get the upgrade, well, you don't even, you can purchase the class separate from your dealer at any time. So just ask your dealer if you can purchase it from them. They can order it, and you'll get a link to class and a access code to get you in there for free. If you have any problems, you can message me too. Hey, Darlene. Hey, by the way, they do sell this machine. I'm not sure what their financing is right now, but I know that in the past, even with the Luminaire, they have a lot of promotions from the dealer at 0% financing. So I don't know what their deals are right now, so I can't quote it for right now, but watch for it. Because when do the deals always come? Usually now when the new machines come out, and then during the holiday season. But call your dealer and ask, because I don't know what it is right now. I just know in the past they've had a couple really good ones like that. So I totally get you on that. Oh, Barbara said you tried all the new machines. All right, all right. Off to your brother dealer she went. Okay, so a couple things. Some of you are saying you got the Dream Machine. No, there's not an upgrade to that. That's once the Stellaire came out, that was kind of, that replaced the Dream Machine. But A lot of the features like the My Design Center and stuff like that, Marianne, are still on the Dream Machine. So even, I can't remember, I think the Dreamweaver did too. Now some of them have a little more stuff like that, but yeah, it's fun. Oh, Karina says, yeah, I know. Beautiful needle plate remover. I agree. Oh, I know, Patty. It would be nice if that could be a part of the upgrade. All right, any other questions before I go into the embroidery side? I know, I was very excited. I was excited about the Stellaire class being available to those that purchased the Stellaire 1, because that's not what happened with the Luminaire, and there were a lot of people were like, wait, we want to learn too. So I think that's very cool for you. All right, any other questions before I go into the embroidery side? I think I've got everything. Oh, Esther, I'm thinking that would look really good on a hem as well. We got garments. Oh, Karina, that would be cool top stitching on jeans. Very cool. I'm not doing the Shishiko today, Margie, but it's on the machine. There will be something coming up for that, though. I'll show you where it is on my way to the embroidery side. How's that? So the new plate will fit the XE1? No, Jenny. You already have in your Luminaire the fastest popping off plate ever. Just hit that button and it pops right off. If you don't know where that is, let me know. My Luminaire is somewhere. Oh, it's way over there. You won't see it. But that one is what kind of started this whole thing about the needle plate. Like, that's so easy. We got to get that. So check your Luminaire. You already have the easiest ever. Now, if you're looking for the end foot that I was just showing, that actually comes with the upgrade kit for part 3 for the Luminaire. All right. And if I get any of this wrong, forgive me. I try to remember as much as I can, but whatever you did, she's so excited. That's awesome. That's awesome. The Sewing Studio, tell them hi. Hi from me. It's so fun to get to see all these dealers, right? Oh, I'm sorry. The XE1 is the Stellaire. I was thinking of the Luminaire. Okay. The plate does not come with the XE1. No. But you can get the foot. Thanks. I got my E's and my P's mixed up. Thanks, Sanella. All right. So the XE1, this is the XE2. Get the P out of my head. No Luminaire right now. We're going on the Stellaire, although it's very hard. All right, let's go back to the machine. I've got a few more things to show you guys. So the end foot will work with these, but the needle plate will not. You can't get a new needle plate for your machine. Make sense? All right, I'm going to take you over to the XE1. Before I do that, I will show you on here where the new Shishiko stitches are. Come on over here. Sorry about the glare. Maybe I put my hand right there to cover it. On the sewing side, go under here and scroll down. Let's see. There they are. There's your Shishiko stitches right here. They look like hand quilting. Very easy to find, very easy to do. Notice that it automatically changes your tension. You can still adjust it if you need to, but it already programmed to what would be ideal for your stitch, which is awesome. All right. Let's go into now the screen here for the XJ2 and the XE2 are exactly the same, except the embroidery only does not have the sewing side. All right. So just so you understand, that's the only difference. And sorry about I was getting the, I was thinking the Luminaire, guys. So sorry about that. So if you have the XJ2 or the XE2, this is what's on it. And if you have the 1 version, you can upgrade. But the needle plate is not upgradable. Sorry about that. All right, in the embroidery side, there's a ton of new categories. If you scroll down, You now have some applique designs. Put you up here. These are so cute. Aren't these adorable? I am so going to make some gifts with these little guys. And then the sewing machine looks very similar to the one on the Luminaire. Not quite exactly, but very similar. This is a new one. I know you're doing the happy dance on this. And there will be a tutorial on the Facebook Live coming up on this too. This is the new couching feature. You have letters built in. I don't know if you saw the towel behind me, but I'll bring you back there in a sec. And then you have built-in designs here. Of course, my squirrel is on the list. Simply click set, and there you go. It's ready to go. All right, and on the embroidery side, let's scroll down and look at a few more. Have you seen these new crochet designs? So I have one of these for you. I haven't washed away the stabilizer yet, but you got to see what this looks like. Isn't that beautiful? So it's 2 layers of stabilizer, and once I wash it away, it looks like tatting almost, a real tight crochet. Now, do you like crocheting, by the way? Because I love it, but mine never would turn out like this. If I tried to crochet this, my butterfly would look like it got run over because I could never get both sides the same way. And I love butterflies, so this is going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, so these are the new designs here. I don't know if you saw those sleeves that I made. Well, Fashion Sewing Club saw them. I don't know if I showed you guys, but I'll show you those in a minute. They also have 3 designs built in that are in the hoop designs. This one's a cute little scissor case. And let's go down here. They have some more quilting motifs. That one's really fun. Let's see what else. We've got some trims. Well, I call those trims, but they'd be the edging on your quilt. Oh, Karina, thinking of jeans. This would look pretty cool on the outside of a pair of jeans. Can you guys see that okay? Yeah, that would be very cool. All right, what else do we have in here? Well, you could spend a long time going through here. Look at these larger designs. So this was the one. I made a sleeve out of this. I'll show you that in just a minute. I did it on tulle. And I've only finished one side. I need to finish the other sleeve. And then I also did this on mesh. I'll show you those here in just a sec. This one's really pretty. Back of a jean jacket. That would look amazing. All right, back in here. Let's see what else we have. So that was this whole new section down here. You also have some big, beautiful embroidery designs here. Look at how huge these are. Yeah, you could spend a lot of time in here. But let me just pick one of these. Oh, I did this design too on tulle. I'll show you that one. That one looks amazing. But a couple things in here that's new, the no-sew featured. So I'm just curious, do you all know what the no-sew feature is? Because that was a big word when the Luminaire 3 came out and the upgrade to the Luminaire 3, the no-sew feature. And I'd have so many people saying, does that mean you're not sewing? Or what does it mean? So I'm just curious, do you know what the no-sew feature is? And while I'm doing that, here's my couch letters, the Angela. I also made a wind towel, but he ruined it. He took it fishing. We'll just leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. Oh, Karen, you love crocheting. Yes, you do, because you made me a beautiful little sweater vest. Will the XJ1 have the same embroidery as the XJ2? So, Cheryl, if you purchase the upgrade, which will make your XE1 basically the XJ2, or I mean XJ1, the XJ2, it makes it exactly the same. You just don't have the same lipstick on it. So it's not, you won't have the different color of cover or the needle plate, but the upgrade turns your XJ1 into the XJ2. It includes all the new embroidery designs, the couching, all of that. So yes. I know. I just got to say the Stellaire. The numbers, I'm like, okay, X, there's so many things, right? But it's very cool. All right, so let's see what else. Oh, yes, Patty, with the upgrade kit, she has the Stellaire one. You got that new cool hoop. I don't even have it here. That's how cool it is. Yes, the new magnetic hoop, which comes with the upgrade kit. Don't forget about that, guys. That's something that doesn't even come with the machine. So that was a really cool feature. Oh, Patty, you got the end foot a while ago. Yes, yes. Star, is the XE1 Stellaire embroidery only? Yes. So the E stands for the embroidery, XE1 or the XJ1. These are the XE2, which is embroidery only, and the XJ2. Make sense? Oh, hey, look. See what's on the screen there? Right there? That's the embroidery that I just finished. Let me just... I changed the colors just a little bit. Doesn't it look great, though? So this is going to be a sleeve, but I want to add a little bit more down here. This is just wash away stabilizer. I can show you at the other table. You might be able to see it a little bit better. There went the pins. Oh, goodness. Oh, hey, Patty. I think you can download the manual, but the upgrade basically turns your 1 into the 2. Everything. All the stitches, all the embroidery, the couching, everything. Yeah. Okay, yes, you know what the no-sew is. It means to skip the stitching line. Evelyn wants to know, Patty, what hoop? So there is a new magnetic hoop that came with the upgrade kit. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Okay, let me show you the no-sew before I take you over and show you all the other cool things. Go, brother, Ann says. I know. When you think, what else could they possibly come up with that's fantastic? I'm blown away. Patty. Yeah, no, I haven't finished the other sleeve. I might need to do a one-arm dress. I don't know. I think it's going to be amazing. I haven't figured out what the top is yet, but I'll figure it out. Yeah. All right, so let's head back over and I'll show you the no-sew feature because this is a really cool feature here. So this is in the embroidery side. Here's all your colors, right? When you click on this no-sew, you can tell it which, I'll bet you for those of you that have followed me for a long, long, long time, you might know that I like to mix my embroidery designs where this might be the whole design, but I want to get rid of something. A lot of times there might be a bird sitting on the bush and I really don't want a bird on my outfit or something. That's usually the first thing I end up doing. So let me hit this light so you don't have that glare. Just one sec. So the no-sew feature lets you skip a stitch. So if you don't want, well, let's say it shows you right here what color you're on. So this is this little part up here. This is this little part. Let me go down to something really big so you can see this. Okay, see that? That's part of the flower in here. So click on no sew and it disappears. Meaning that you can mix and match your designs now by taking some of the stitches out. Now look, I'm getting rid of like half the flower, which that would look a bit odd. I mean, I don't know. Don't take that personally if you really like it. But if I was doing something with lace and I don't want all the density of all these stitches, I can scroll through here and say, you know what? I don't want that blue one right there. It doesn't match. Boom, it's gone. But it shows you exactly what the design is going to look like. So you know what that means? You don't have to like guess, which I've done that a few times. And I get about 70% success rate. 70% isn't too bad. But It's not as good as 100%, which now I can look right at the design, take away some of the colors, and see exactly what it's going to look like. And you don't accidentally take away one of the main colors where you're thinking, whoa, this is not going to look good. You know what I mean? That no-sew feature is super cool. Okay, and I see some more saying, yes, I know. Man down. Yeah, that was my my magnetic pin case dropped. Oh, Patty, that would be good. Off the shoulder with the one sleeve. I have a lot of one-sleeved outfits because I got really excited and embroidered some tulle, but I never finished the second sleeve. Hey, Evelyn. So if you want to rewatch this, by the way, and see all these tutorials, let's see, you are on YouTube. Be sure you can share it. Be sure to subscribe to the Brother channel. You can come back and watch it anytime under the live show segment. If you're on Facebook, share it to your page. And if you have friends that have this Stellaire, be sure to share it with them. Because for the whole next couple of months, you're going to see a lot of Stellaire stuff. I know the Luminaire people are like, wait, what? Well, guess what? A lot of these features are on the Luminaire. So that's kind of like both of you learning at the same time. Nice to see you, Judy. Karina says, will the next Brother machine have a built-in espresso? Yeah, that's what we said. We need a coffee maker. Oh, yes, totally. Oh, Barbara wants it to clean your bathroom. Yeah, the list is long. Yeah. So there is a different flatbed in the embroidery only machine. So this right here is the sewing and embroidery machine, just to make sure that's clear. Okay, Evelyn? Okay. Let's go back and I'll show you a few more things in the embroidery side, but I got to show you one cool thing just to give you a little rundown, and then I'll have a lot more coming for you in the next few weeks. So in the sewing side, which right now you can see I still have my sewing foot on, but let's go to the embroidery side. I don't have my hoop on yet, but I will. A few more things in here. Did you guys hear about the matrix feature? Oh my, this is like crazy good. Let me find a fun design. All right, how about this little mini flower? So this part of this button has been around for a little while. Just take you in close here. When you go under edit, see this right here? This is where you can add designs going up, down, or sideways. So there's a few going up. You don't want it, take it back out. Have any of you used this function? Because I've been to a few different events where people didn't even know what it was. Which, don't feel bad. There's so many cool features on these machines. Or up and down. You don't like it, just go back to the original. Put that in the center. Now, here's the new button right here. Can you see that? I'll make it really close for those of you on your little telephones. Right there. It's called the matrix. When I click that, it will automatically fill whatever size hoop you tell it to fill. This is a huge wow factor. Yeah. You want to make patches out of those flowers? No problem. Well, let's just make them further apart. Actually, that was closer together. Let's make them further apart. Maybe you want them closer together this way. Do you see how cool this is? Do you know how long it would take to duplicate all of your designs and fill that hoop? Maybe you say, you know what? I don't want to use that hoop. I'm going to use the 9.5 by 9.5. Switch it. It'll automatically fill it like that. I know. Isn't that awesome? Click set. And when you go to embroider, guess what? It even color sorts for you. So you can see it'll do all of the gray first. If you go under here, you can see all the different colors. It's doing all those gray first until you get into the next color, so you don't have to change your threads a gazillion times. Yeah, that's really nice. In my design center, here's a little preview of what's new. You've got a lot of new fills, which you guys have been begging for. I was actually begging for it as well, because I know that once you saw the fills for the luminaire, you're like, wait a minute. What are we, chopped liver? No, we took care of you. There you go. These are all the designs. Click OK. And you can fill either the whole hoop or a shape. You also have more line designs, which are right here. You have all of these. And then this one has a little arrow on it. Click there, and that opens all the next things up. Look at all. Aren't these gorgeous? So I have a lot of ideas for this. You can draw on the screen. I should probably be using not my finger. When you click next, you again have the options to change these around. You have options to change the size, all of those things. When I click preview, there's my chain stitch, my very messy chain stitch, but I think you get the idea. You also have the new 2-point laser placement. So that's really, really cool. I'll have to show you that on the embroidery machine though. All right, so let me just take you back over here. I'll take your questions, and then I will take you to the embroidery only machine where I already have the hoop set up for you. So any questions? And again, sorry about the beginning when I was confused about the luminaire and the Stellaire. So the needle plate I just showed you, just to be super clear here, make sure I didn't like misspeak in any way. The needle plate is for the embroidery and sewing version. Okay, not the embroidery only. That has a different needle plate. Okay, so just making sure you got that. Hey, Evelyn. Well, every August is always when all the new stuff comes out. You always keep your list there. You never know. Every year is an exciting year. Yeah, Kathy, I figured a lot of people are going to be excited about that. You guys are loving the features. Oh, yes, the sideways sewing. That's fun, and sideways embroidery. All right, so let me make sure I'm not missing any questions. Yeah, that's what that was. Just by touching, and that will embroider it, what I just showed you there on my design center. It will actually embroider that design right there. Patty's excited about the blanket stitch. So I'm just curious, what is your favorite feature so far? Even if you don't have the Stellaire, even if you have one of the other Brother machines, even if you're putting Brother on your bucket list for the holidays, give it to Santa, what would be your favorite feature so far? I'm just curious. Hey, Star, great to see you. All right, so I'm going to take you over to the embroidery side and show you that laser placement. So let's see, I think I'm going to take you here. And I'm going to move this for you. So I'm going to turn off the sewing one, get it out of the way. And let's bring in the embroidery only side because I already have the hoop on here. This box comes with the XJ2. That has all of your, if you don't know what's in there, all of your sewing stitches, all of your feet sewing stitches. I've got sewing on the brain today and all of your extra things in there. So I'll get that out of the way. And let's go to the XE2. There you go. Let me move the table just a little bit. Give you a better view. So this is the XE2, the embroidery only. And yes, the needle plate is different. I don't have the screwdriver right here, but it's still easier to remove than the old one. But it's not the same as what I just showed you on the XJ. That does not have, I know. But when you're sewing, usually you're ended up cleaning way more than when you embroider. You can see the difference on here. You really don't need a lot of these other functions because it's embroidery only, but you still have your thread cutting, you still have your needle threading. So you have your embroidery, your Disney, and your My Design Center. So let's just go into embroidery for a minute. And I'm going to find a kind of a straight design here. Click Set. Can you see that in there? So what I'm doing here on the embroidery only, you could also do on the embroidery and sewing, which is why the masterclass works for both. I know, I saw that. Well, if I don't have sewing, how can I do the masterclass? Well, because there's only 2 really big chapters for the sewing side, and I just tell you to skip to chapter 3. That's how, because the rest of it's all embroidery. Evelyn says she likes everything. Sandra likes, yes, I agree. Oh, Rosemary, you already got 3 really good upgrades. So you didn't get omitted. Last year was a wowzer year. That was a big one. I know, we want so much for our machine though. But I can't think of anything. The only thing on this machine that you don't have on the Luminaire is the matrix feature. That's the only thing. Oh yeah, me too, Star. All right, so let me show you about the laser placement. And then this will be kind of your overview. And in one of our next get-togethers, I'll give you some more tutorials with projects, which would be fun. Okay, so I'm going to take you to a different camera. Just so I can hoop something to show you what this looks like. Oh, here's a little sneak peek at some of the things that we were doing in the master class. We added couching, plus fills, plus letters. So you're using the outline feature. Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff you can do. All right, so I'm going to just take this. You still have the same hoops that we had with the original Stellaire, which means you download the My Design Snap app. I can take a photo of my hoop and it sends it directly to the machine in like just a second. All right, I'm just going to throw this in there because I think this dark color you'll be able to see pretty good. So for those of you that like quilting, I do like this. I'm just using batting and fabric. It's kind of like quilting in the hoop, right? And yes, that's all couched. This is all embroidered. That's all fill. So let's go to the machine. And one of the next lessons, if you don't know how to use My Design Snap app, I can show you. It's also in the masterclass. A really good tutorial to show you how to use that. Take you back to the machine. All right, so to put your hoop on, in case you're a newbie at embroidery, simply lift this up, slide this in place, and there we go. Now I have this design right here. When I click on embroidery, click on layout, and you'll see the new button for the 2-point laser placement. When I click that, it says, okay, where do you want to line up your design? Do you want to line up this top half? Do you want to line up this side here? You can choose. Do you want to line it up right here? Totally your choice. Let's say we want to line it up where this bottom edge goes a certain direction. Click next. It says, okay, where do you want that bottom edge to go? Do you want it to start? It'll start right here. Do you want to go up for your point 2, or do you want to go sideways for your point 2? It's totally your choice. I'm going to say, let's go up. Click next. Now it turns red, point 1. So this will be the bottom part of the design. And if you look really closely over here, I'm going to move this just a little bit so you can see. Can you see that laser right under here? It's like barely. Maybe if I get you off the pink, you can see it. There it is. See it? Yeah, so that's where I want point 1. So let's just say, since I'm lining up the short side of the design, let's just say I want to line it up so it goes right in between or right underneath this love here. So I'm literally, so super easy, touching these arrows. And what you see here is it moving as I do those arrows. So that's point 1. All right. And sorry about the light. I don't think my hand will reach that high to get rid of it. Now this is going to be the short end for number 2. Where do you want that? So let's go back over here, and I think I want the short end. So if that first point was here and I'm doing the short end, I want the other one to go here so it'll go right underneath the love sign. Just move it over wherever you want it to go and click set. And now look at what happened to the design. It automatically changed to go whatever direction you just told it to go. I could still take a photo of my hoop and bring up the design on the background, which would be like a double way to make sure you got everything straightened out. But how simple is that? I know. Super, super easy. So I would just love to know, for all of you here, maybe you have the Luminaire, what Brother machine do you have? And I would love to know who your Brother dealer is, because I just spent a whole week with so many of them, and it's so encouraging to see all of the cool things that they offer. A lot of them have classes in their stores. A lot of them have special deals, little parties. I'm thinking Labor Day weekend is going to be a big party weekend in the sewing side, right? Oh, thanks, Patty. That was part of your class? Yeah. And it does go in the exact, right where you tell it to go, the design will go. I know, isn't that cool? Oh, Evelyn, what is the largest hoop size? 9.5 by 14 for the Stellaire. Patty, you're my best sidekick when it comes to this. Thank you. Oh, Debbie's got the SE 1900, which is a great machine. Ooh, Diane, that's a good machine. Did you get the upgrade, Diane, or did you just stick with the XJ1? Just curious. Oh, we've got Chattanooga. Chattanooga, yeah. Oh, goodness. Hey, Cheryl. Oh, St. Peter, Minnesota. Where is that, by the way? I used to go to Duluth and Cloquet all the time. I'm just curious, what is the area there? Okay, so that is like the rundown of all of the top features. I'm going to have a lot of different things for you coming up. We've got a lot of fun things planned, showing you some of the different designs. I want to show you this real quick. This was that design I was embroidering. Do you all remember when I was doing this before I went to the Brother experience? Yes, I did this on mesh. Make it a little brighter for you. I shared this with the Fashion Sewing Club. By the way, Fashion Sewing Club, don't forget we got a live show today at 2, a live Zoom Sew and Tell. Yeah, isn't that beautiful? So I haven't pressed it yet. I literally just took this out of the dryer. I think I'm going to put a little piece of elastic here, maybe do some trim around here, and I'm going to have a nice sleeve maybe for a Bella blouse. This would look good on the Linda tunic as well. And yes, I actually finished both my sleeves this time. So I got 2 sleeves to work with. Now I just have to decide which top I'm going to make. Yeah, super, super fun. I agree. Oh, Gall Sewing, that's right around the corner from me. Grand Rapids, Muskegon. I just drove by Muskegon this morning. Star and Grand Rapids. By the way, Grand Rapids, you got a really bad storm last week. My brother showed me pictures because he lives there. I hope you survived that without damage to your house. We've got the sewing studio in Fen Park, Florida. Yeah. Patty says she downloaded the XJ2 manual. Very good, very good. Oh, okay, an hour and a half south of Minneapolis. Hey, Amanda, I know where you live. There you go, Karina. I think you bought from the furthest dealer so far from anybody on here, the Norwegian Brother dealer. Silverdale, Washington. Awesome. Yeah, so Margie, if you go to brothersews.com, let me bring that up for you. I'll bring the website up for you. Go to brothersews.com or I think brother-usa.com. You can click on there and look up your manual and download it. I always download them. I don't know, do you guys do that? Because I download it and I print it off. And then I can highlight if I want to learn something new. Yeah, I don't know. I guess June, if you're watching this, you're probably laughing because I never read a manual until the Dream Machine came out. And then I had to read the manual because there were so many things in that machine that were new and crazy. And then they just keep getting newer and newer. Oh, barn sewing. Hey, Rose. Akron, Ohio. Patty says, click on the support button and you can download the manual. You're welcome, Margie. Is it Margie or Margie? I like both. I have friends with the same spelling, but spelled different. Lafayette, Louisiana. Hey, Nancy, great to see you in my neck of the woods. And we got Cardinal Creations in Lake City. Look at all these dealers. Awesome. All right, so that's a rundown of what's new on the Stellaire. Okay, so if you have questions, you can keep dropping them here. Otherwise, I'll be back with you on Thursday. Is there anything special you would like to do on Thursday? I have something planned, unless you had something better. I did get a message. Some of you saw on my Instagram that I made a super, super cute mug rug using my design center. And I had quite a few requests that said, would you please show us how to do that? Because then that could be anyone that has my design center in their machine. Well, I thought about that because it's a really good gift, but leave a comment what you'd like to learn on the new machines or if there's a project you'd like. And that doesn't mean I can't switch it up for Thursday. So I'll keep my eye on your comments. And if I change my mind of my original, I'll let you know. Oh, Patty's in Canada. I met a lot of the Canada dealers. That was amazing. Just add some bling, Evelyn said. Quality Sewing and VAC in Tacoma. All right, Gwen, the Luminaire. Cindy's in Lake City. Awesome. Cindy says, I got to get back to my tomatoes. All right, everyone. This is awesome. I got to run too. Have a wonderful day. I will see you for Fashion Sewing Club. I'll see you in a couple hours at 2 today. And then tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Eastern is a live show on my channel. And Thursday, I'll be back here with you on the brother side. And I have a fun project, but if I see a comment of something more interesting, I'll check and see if I can change it to that. All right? Again, you can find Brother at brothersews.com. You find me at angelawolf.com. In the meantime, take photos of your new Stellaire and post it on the social side using hashtag BrotherSews. They love to see what you're working on, and I love it when I see somebody with a new machine to their studio. All right? All right, in the meantime, happy sewing.